Welcome back, everyone. We are doing episode 10 for the USM Rebuild series. I've had a lot of fun doing it. I'm surprised we made it all the way to episode 10. Hopefully, you're enjoying the content as well. So let's get into it. We're in week one. We're just checking our recruits, make sure we have all our visits set up to the best of our ability, and then we'll get to the games. So just trying to find enough pitches for our guys. We'll make Ole Miss one of our big visit days. They're an in-state school with us, so should be a fun matchup. And if you remember from last episode, we're only targeting people really B plus and above. We might keep slight one or two that are under that if they have good ratings or whatnot, but we're really trying to concentrate on high potential guys. Mm, let's not keep him on there. Let's find somebody else. 15 recruits is definitely what we're going to try to aim at. I know I could put more guys on there. However, I want to save plenty for the off season, so really don't want to go any further than that. Okay, let's get ready. Going to play Minnesota. They are a balanced attack. They have pretty decent ratings, similar to ours. Uh, French is going to get his first start at quarterback, redshirt freshman. Sherman's going to be our tailback. He's had a lot of playing time with us. He's played for the last 2 years. Two 700-yard seasons, much better yards per carry this in 2027, and he had 6 touchdowns. He did lose 4 fumbles, not great, but that's okay. Receiving wise, Westbrook is clearly our best receiver. He was the best returner in the MAC last season, and he was a second team Mid American receiver. Let's see, last season he had 50 catches, 600 yards, 8 touchdowns. Not bad. His return stats are excellent 31.8 yards, kickoff return, and he was averaging 9.2 per punt. He didn't score any touchdowns, but he was consistently getting yards. Our offensive line is excellent this year. We have 3 guys over 90, 5 over 87, and we even have backups that are 82 and 77 and 76. So this is definitely the best offensive line we've had. Tight ends weak. We run a spread offense. They're not really featured. Defensively, we've had some huge improvements. Now, it's nothing special, but we're way better than we have been. So, with multiple guys in the 80s, this is our best defense we've had so far in this dynasty. Okay, 85 to 82, 81 to 83. They're favored to win by 1.5, but it should be a good game. Okay, let's go to halftime. Up three. Very nice. They missed a 56-yard field goal before halftime, so we are able to keep our lead. To the fourth quarter, the game is tied. Final 5 minutes. Southern Miss is up 7. Big. Also, Minnesota, 3rd and 10. Let's see if they can get it. They cannot. They will punt. Southern Miss has the ball. Let's see if they can run the clock out. 15-yard pass. 6-yard pass. 2nd and 4. 3rd and 1. Big play here. This wins the game if they get the first down. They do not. Ethan Tate stopped for a 1-yard loss. I don't know if in real life they would go for it right here. 4th and 2 at the 40, or they punt and try to force Minnesota to go the rest of the way. Let's see what the AI does. The AI does go for it. However, they do not get it. Ethan Tate with only a 1-yard run. So Minnesota's going to have 1 minute and 18 seconds to try to go and score a touchdown. First play, 16-yard pass, 16-yard pass, 8-yard pass. This is not looking good. Incomplete with 33 seconds left. 14-yard pass. They are in the red zone. 7 yards out. Incomplete. Incomplete. This is for game. They get it. A 7-yard complete pass as time expires. The extra point is good, and we're going to overtime. All right. They're on offense first. They fumbled the football. Wow. They had an 11-yard run, then lost 3 yards, but then a fumble by Harmon. Can Southern Miss just win the game? Let's find out. 4-yard run, 16-yard run. Tate again getting 0 yards. He is not having a great running game, it seems like. French throws the ball, but Tate drops it. We might have got to get Tate out. He is not having a good game. Deflected. The field goal should be good, though, and it is. Southern Miss wins 30-27. French has an excellent first game as the redshirt freshman. Sherman runs all over Minnesota with 100 yards on only 16 carries. Tate, he must have had a couple good carries before we saw him, 3.8. Scott, 2.75. And Manning got 1 yard. Not 1 yard. 1 carry for 8 yards. Receiving wise, Westbrook has a decent game, but Daniels steals the show with 117 yards and a touchdown. We don't fumble, so no turnovers. Watkins is 3 for 4 on field goals. Not bad. And he was punting at 46.8 yards a punt. So a nice victory for Southern Miss to start it off. We were favored to lose, but still pulled out the win. So very nice. Okay, got an injury, but it looks to be pretty minor, 2 weeks. Chase Samuel sets the Navy record, or all-time record of catches in a game with 15. LSU gets 467 rushing yards against South Alabama, and Ohio State gives up -7 rushing yards to North Carolina State. Okay, going against Toledo, we have advantage in talent. Let's see if we can have a big win here. Our first conference game of the year. I don't think I'm going to add anyone else for recruiting. We're just going to see if get our visits set up and make sure that we're winning on every player that we're going for. It looks like we are. Let's get these last few visits in. No targets left. Okay, looks like we're good to go. Okay, on to week two. We're favored to win by 7. This is the first matchup between Toledo and Southern Miss. I feel like I've been in this conference for 2 seasons. How have we not played them? Yeah, we have. So this is our third season. Oh well. Still our first game against them, so here we go. Okay, going to halftime. We're up 4. To the fourth quarter, we're up 7. 5 minutes left. We're up 11. Can we hold them? We do. Can we run out the clock and end it? We run out a decent amount of clock. We don't end it yet. They have one more chance. They do not score. Southern Miss wins 38-27. French goes for over 400 yards with 2 touchdowns. Tate has a much better game 58 yards, 2 touchdowns. Shervin, 75 yards, 1 touchdown. Scott, the third string running back that we promised, 50 carries, 6 carries, 20 yards. Receiving wise, Daniels has another excellent game 10 catches, 135 yards. I mean, he is an 84 rated player, but man, he is making some plays. That won't show up until we finalize this game, but I mean, he's having a great year to start off. Okay, so Southern Miss starts the season off 2-0. Not bad. The goal for this season is to win 11 games, so we definitely need to keep winning. Another small injury to one of our DBs could be worse. Okay, we're playing Akron. We're way better in talent, so this could be a blowout. But since I said that, we'll probably lose by a touchdown. Let's find out. We're favored to win by 6.5. We've beat them the last 2 times. Now, the last game, which was much closer, 41-35. The year before, we did beat them 37-0. All right, to halftime. 27-10. Southern Miss is up to the fourth quarter. 41-10. Last 5 minutes, 55-10, and ball game, 58-10. French throws his first interception, but still didn't play bad. 338 yards, 3 touchdowns. Fisher gets in the game, gets a touchdown. Tate gets to run the ball very well, 94 yards and a touchdown. Sherman not as great, but still decent. And then Scott has his best game so far, 7 carries, 51 yards. Okay, Daniels does not have 100 yards, but he has 5 catches, 73. The yardage is pretty split up. I'm really surprised by Westbrook's lack of production as a receiver. I wonder if he's still the kickoff returner. That could be a reason why he's not playing so well on the receiving side. He is. He only returned the ball twice on kicks and punts, so you can't really say that tired him out. Watkins goes 3 for 3 on field goals and 7 for 7 on extra points. Okay, 3-0. We should be getting closer to the top 25. We started this season as I think ranked the number 40 at 42. So we'll see where we can go. Oh, a lot of injuries. Not good. 2 major injuries, Avery and Howell. So they're 2 of our better players. Actually, we lost both safeties this game. Definitely not good for us. We did make it to the top 25 though, number 24 in the country. We're gonna have to do some bench everyone with a major injury, sort by talent. We're definitely down right now, so let's see if we can hold on to it. Now, Ohio's not a great football team, but we're definitely not as strong as we usually are. Just take a quick look at recruiting, make sure everything is going okay. We're losing out on Tucker. It's close. We weren't able to give him a pitch. We can see if there's anyone we can take it away from. Interest score. Need points ahead. For example, they're not getting him, so we can take that pitch away and schedule a visit. 1,600, we could probably get away with not pitching him. We only need one for right now. Well, actually, we're behind on Gardner too, but we're offering him, so maybe throw a little cash his way, get that lead back. And also on Bennett, we're down, so let's throw a little cash his way as well. And we'll just have to keep a look on it, or keep an eye on it. All right, here we go. We're favored to win by 7. We've beat them pretty decently last year, and the year before was a closer game, but still a win. Okay, halftime, we're up 16. To the fourth quarter, we're up 20. 5 minutes left. They've got a little bit closer to 18, but we hold on to win 42-24. French, another great game. He should be in the running for Freshman of the Year. Sherman tops 100 yards. Tate gets 60. Scott does not have a good rushing game. 8 carries, 20 yards. Receiving wise, it's kind of spread out. Everyone had a decent game. Sherman did lose a fumble. Westbrook gets a lot of work on the return game. I'm going to check and see the depth chart if we can move anyone else there, and so he can just focus on being the #1 receiver. Watkins is 4 for 4. Let's check his stats and see, could he be a great receiver? I mean, he has incredible speed, decent catching and route running. Let's check that. Kickoff return. Let's just check Allen Lovett for receiving. He's at 82. Brendan Manning's at 84. Houston's only a 79, but would moving him to the kickoff be such a big deal? I think we're going to move Lovett to the starting return specialist. Maybe Westbrook will get more rest and can do better at receiver. We'll see. Could be wrong. Okay, Southern Miss is 4-0, 3-0 in conference, doing what we need to do. Offense has been doing a really great job. Defense has done okay. I mean, we're scoring so many points, so they have to get back out there over and over again, and they've held teams down decently. Okay, Avery's back from his injury. That helps. Westbrook's like, you took me off kickoff return after I set the single game record, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, North Carolina, one of our out of conference matchups. Very similar talent. They haven't won any games yet, but they're pretty close to us in talent. So they like to run the ball. We'll see if we can stop that. Probably need to lock that in the depth chart so I don't forget. Get Avery back to starting at safety. Let's check out some performers. Okay, French is not just in the freshman running. He is 5th in the Heisman race and #1 for Freshman of the Year. Not bad. We'll see if we can keep it up. Okay, we're favored to win by 5.5. Let's see if we can make it right. To halftime, we're down 7. Fourth quarter, we're tied. 5 minutes left. We're up 4. Can we hold them? We cannot. So with 4 minutes and 6 seconds left, we gave up a really big play. 51-yard pass. We have the ball. Let's see what happens. 4-yard run. 25-yard pass. Big play right there to the tight end. 10-yard run. 10-yard run. 7-yard run. We're going to move this back to normal time. Or should I go chew the clock? Let's go chew the clock. 2-yard run. 7-yard pass with 141 left. Incomplete with 134. 7-yard run. We're going to go back to normal time, make sure we don't run out of time. Next play, in the end zone, big touchdown, a great drive by the Eagles. Extra point is good. Can the defense hold him for 34 seconds? Wow, Sullivan 76-yard return. That hurts. So with 19 seconds left, they're 19 yards away from taking the lead. First play, incomplete. Next play, 15-yard pass. Oh no. Oh, this is going to be crazy. So they have 4 yards to go with 4 seconds left. One play. Can the defense hold them? Let's find out. They do. 3-yard loss on the run. Southern Miss holds on for the victory. Major victory there. Did not think we were going to hold on. So French doesn't have as good a game as he's been having, but he still had a great game. Sherman gets over 100 yards. Taden Scott add a little bit. Even though we took Westbrook off of kickoff return duties, he still only gets 2 catches. He's just not a main target. I wonder if I changed him in the depth chart, would he get more targets? We might move him to number 2. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Watkins had no opportunities for field goals this game, but it was 5 for 5 on extra points. Okay. We're 5-0 on the season. Kind of surprising right there. I really thought we were about to lose that game. So we should hold on to our ranking, even maybe move up just a little bit. We move up 1 spot, not bad. Okay, we're playing Northern Illinois. They don't really have much talent compared to us, so hopefully we can have an easy win. Let's adjust our receivers. Let's switch you to Lockett. We'll just take a look at our recruiting real quick, make sure. Oh, we lost another guy for the race. Let's see. Can we give him anybody a pitch? Let's see. We're up 3,000. Took that one away. We're up 1587. If we offer some money, would we take a bigger lead? Let's see if we can give away that pitch. No, it's offensive coordinator, so it's not going to be as good. Okay, we're favored to win by 11.5. Last season, or actually, was it 2 seasons ago? 2 seasons ago, we beat them by 23. Okay, to halftime, up 31-7. To the fourth quarter, up 34-10. Last 5 minutes, 48-10. And ball game, 48-17. French has a great game. Tate leads the team in rushing, 86 yards. Sherman does well, and Scott. So all 3 guys have good games running the ball with touchdowns. So very good, very good. Westbrook does make 5 catches for 71 yards in his new spot. And he gets into the end zone. So nice. Watkins has 2 for 2 for field goals, and Lovett in his kickoff return duties really doesn't have a chance to do much. Punting, he did decent on punting though. 4 returns, average of 12.75 yards a carry or attempt. Okay, we moved to 6-0. We have our big game up with, I believe it's Southern Illinois. No, it's Georgia State. My bad. That's our rival. Forgot for a second. Okay, Yang is back from his injury. We still haven't landed any of our recruits yet, but we should be getting close. Okay, they're 5-1 on the season. Their offensive talent's pretty decent. Uh, they say they want us pass first, but their rushing attack is pretty decent. So we'll have to see what happens. Okay, we're favored to win by 3.5. We have won the last three times we played them. We did very well against them last year, but we'll find out for this year. All right, to halftime, we're up 28-3 to the fourth quarter, 42-3. End of the game, 45-10. French throws for 300 yards and a touchdown. Sherman and Tate do great. Scott could not get going, but he did get a touchdown. Westbrook gets over 100 yards. Manning over 90 with a touchdown. Sherman loses another football. Watkins 1 for 1, but 6 for 6 on extra points. So we're 7-0. Okay, we're number 12 in the country. Hal's back from his injury. That's huge to have our best DB back. So no recruits have committed yet. We are in the lead for everyone, it looks like. Some are very close to committing. Let's throw in a little bit of extra cash to make sure we get them. Okay, looks pretty good. Okay, we're favored to win by 13. We've had a good success against them so far, so let's see if we can keep it up. All right, at halftime, we're up 21. Fourth quarter, 24. Last 5 minutes. Now we're up 31. End game, we win by 34, 37-3. Great game, great game. French does not have his great game as usual, but he does have 2 touchdowns with no interceptions. Running the ball, we do very well with Sherman. The rest of the guys kind of slacked, but still a good game overall. Westbrook 4 catches, 86 yards. So really moving him to the second spot really seems like to be helping him out. We'll have to see if that keeps on going though. We did have 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and a touchdown on defense. Watkins has a good game field goal was 2 for 2 for short ones and 1 for 1 on a long one. So 37-3 victory for Southern Miss. We moved to 8-0 on the season. Big game coming up against Ole Miss. We have a lot of our visits set up for this game. They're probably going to be the most talented team we played this year. We're ranked number 11. They're an 82-81. They like to run the football. We'll have to stop that. Check the recruits, make sure we're still ahead on everybody. We'll check it by points ahead. Because some are, way higher than others. Okay, I'm really not going to offer any more money. If we don't get those guys, we'll just have to fill it in. Okay, Ole Miss, we're favored to win by 14. That's kind of surprising to be favored by that much. We'll see what happens, though. All right, to halftime, we're only up 7. To the fourth quarter, we're up 14. Last 5 minutes, we still have it, but we have the ball driving. First and goal. Let's see what happens. Tate gets nothing. Incomplete, incomplete, field goal. So we're up 17. Ole Miss gives the ball right back. We miss a field goal from 40 yards. That's not going to hurt us. Southern Miss wins 20-3. French has one of his worst games, 21-43. Doesn't turn the ball over, but doesn't really do much with a passing attack. Sherman and Tate have a great running attack. Scott doesn't play poorly. That should get him over 50 carries, right? Yeah, he is over 50 carries. So we did make the promise, and we did get it done. Westbrook goes 6 for 69 with a touchdown. The other guys chip in. No fumbles, so that's always good. Watkins with one missed field goal, but overall good game. So we should get a lot of recruits after this game. We'll probably end up with 4 or 5 of them, in my opinion. We'll have to see what happens, though. That's just a prediction. Okay, Hanson, that's a big injury. He's going to be out for a while. Kent does come back from his injury, so that's good. We did not land anybody. Wow, that is surprising. And we're still up on everybody. We are getting closer to not being up. Let's see. Visits. Okay, his visit's against Eastern Michigan, so maybe that's why he's holding on for it. We'll have to see. Okay, I got a good game against Ball State. We have more talent than them, but we can't overlook them. Okay, favored to win by 17. We've beat them convincingly the last 2 times we played them. Let's keep it up. Okay, to halftime, 20-6. To the fourth quarter, 34-6. Last 5 minutes, we had a little bit more. Final score, 37-6. French does throw an interception, but still has a decent game. Sherman runs all over him. Scott and Tate. Scott does a lot better, 5.6, but they all get touchdowns. Westbrook does not have a great receiving game, 3 for 37 with 8 targets. He just doesn't have a very high percentage on his throws. Yeah, he's 57.6. This is going to pull him down even further. I don't get it. Kicking wise, Watkins has a good game. Lovett doesn't have much opportunities, but he does okay. Defense with 2 sacks, 3 deflections, and an interception. Good job. Maybe we'll get someone to sign with us after this week. We usually have a couple of guys by now. We still don't, though. Sherman does set the USM record for rushing yards in a game. Griffin is hurt. That's one of our best players. Brunson is our best offensive lineman. Both minor. I'm thinking about should we bench them so they can get healthy? Because if they get a major injury, it can affect us, mate, in a big way. Yeah, let's put both of them on the bench. We'll just have to remember to bring them back, not forget. Okay. All right, Eastern Michigan's a weak team. Just got to take care of business here. We're number 5 in the country. Definitely a great ranking for us. Favored to win by 19. We beat them very nicely 2 years ago. So let's see if we can keep that up. To halftime, we're up by 21 already. Fourth quarter, up 35. Last 5 minutes, they've made it a little bit closer, but we hold on to win 48 to 19. French throws for 5 touchdowns, does add another interception, but has over 400 yards passing. Sherman gets over 100 yards rushing again. Scott and Tate chip in decently. Westbrook having his best game so far. 5 catches, 183 yards. Does not find the end zone, but gets a ton of yards. Manning does lose the football for one of our turnovers. Watkins is 2 for 2 on field goals. So he's 24 of 26 now. That's really nice. Now we will have our final regular season game against Marshall. They're going to be a little bit tougher than Eastern Michigan. Uh, but great season so far for Southern Miss. Avery, that's painful right there. 7 weeks, major injury. Uh, he will be hurt for the postseason. I think we'll bench him for the last regular season game, but we will have to play him in the playoffs. All right, we get a lot of recruits. Morrow, Tucker, Horton, and Gwinto are coming. Morrow is from Alligator, Mississippi. I am not sure where that is, but nice. Okay, French sets the pass touchdowns record, and Billy Westbrook sets the receiving record for Southern Miss. Okay, we land all 4 recruits that we were targeting, so good job. Let's make sure we get everybody else. We're still ahead of everybody. We can get a couple more points. Okay, looks like we're good to go for that. Okay, Marshall is 6-4, decent talent. They like to pass the ball. Let's bench our major injury. Let's make sure, yeah. Brunson State. Wait, they just bring Brunson back in. We need to fix that. I think he has 1 more week on his injury, 2 more weeks, so we'll hold him out. Okay, we beat Marshall every year we played them. Let's see if we can keep that up. 4-0 versus them. All right, at halftime, we're up 21. Fourth quarter, 25. Last 5 minutes. They've made it a little bit closer. We're only up 21, but we hold on and add another touchdown. French throws for 5 touchdowns again. He does toss an interception, but the 5 touchdowns overrules that. Sherman, 12 carries, 174 yards. No touchdowns rushing, but he did run all over him. For some reason, Scott didn't run the ball much. Okay, Westbrook decided to just go crazy on offense. 7 catches, 202 yards, 2 touchdowns, setting another record for Southern Miss. Watkins is perfect with field goals and good punting game. Great game by the Eagles. We'll have to find out who we're going to play in the conference championship. Also, we'll check out the Heisman race and see if French has gotten any closer to being number 1. Okay, we're still number 4 in the country. Griffin's healthy, so we can bring him back. We land 3 more recruits. Sherman set the rushing record for a game, and Westbrook set the passing record in a game. So good job to them. Okay, French has actually moved up to number 2. He's only behind one other guy. Um, Atkins plays for Michigan. They're number 2 in the country. Hawkins has moved up to number 7 in the country with 2 defensive touchdowns. Uh, nice. And of course, French is easily well, I wouldn't say easily. Holiday's had a great year for Notre Dame, but French is the clear-cut guy for freshman of the year. All right, we'll check the conference standings real quick, find out who we're going to play. Central Michigan or Toledo. We'll find out. I mean, we can just kind of check the recruits. Really nothing we can do. We already have our best pitches set up. We're still number 1 on everybody. Good. Okay, Brunson's recovered from his injury. Nice. Okay, we're going to be playing 7-5 Central Michigan. But we're not there yet. We land 2 more recruits with Gardner and Barksdale, both A potential players. Barksdale's A plus from Texas and A minus from Birmingham, Alabama. Still number 1 on everybody, and we're starting to pull further ahead. So we should get all those guys too. Okay. Let's move Brunson to starting. So we can take back the starting spot. Griffin is also healthy now. Back to his starting spot. We're still waiting on Avery. He will not be healed up probably by the first playoff game, but we will play him for that one. Okay, we're favored to win by 9. This is the first time we play him this year. We beat him very well, or very nicely last year. Let's see if we can do it again. 7-7 at halftime, very close. We do have the lead going into the fourth quarter, 21-10. 5 minutes left. We have an 18-point lead. Can we hold them? We get the ball back. 4:37 left. We do not score. They don't either, though. Can we end it? Not yet. Ball game. Southern Miss wins. Conference championship. French with 276 and a touchdown. Tate having a great rushing game for him. 11 carries, 99 yards. Sherman gets 89 yards. Scott gets 28. So overall, we ran the ball very well. 3 touchdowns, 217 yards rushing. Receiving core was very consistent. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 5 guys over 40. Manning chips in the touchdown. Watkins is terrible on field goals, 0 for 2, but he does make all his extra points. So Southern Miss is your MAC champion, 35-17 over Central Michigan. Okay, we're going to be the number 3 seed in the playoffs. Manning is hurt for the rest of the season, but it is a minor injury. Stinks that he got hurt, though. All right, we have number 14 Fresno State next week. Their talent is very similar to ours, so even though we're the higher ranked team, it should be a very good game. The AI believes we can win by 5, so we'll have to see. All right, let's see if we can win any awards. French has dropped down to number 3. Probably can't jump over these guys, but that's okay. He will definitely win Freshman of the Year. And we should have a decent amount of all conference players and a couple of All Americans. At least I think we will. Okay, so Klein gets Coach of the Year for the MAC. French is a freshman All American or Freshman of the Year for the nation. Great season so far. He's also third team All American quarterback. Sherman makes second team All American quarterback with 1,300 plus yards, 6.7 yards a carry. That is amazing. Holland is first team. Watkins makes it first team. No, actually, I lied. Second team All American kicker, third All American punter. Hawkins is a first All American linebacker. Then we have a ton of all conference guys. Great job, great job. I do think that I will probably put Sherman to get the ball a little bit more than usual. Uh, Hopefully that won't mess him up, but I think he needs to get the ball. It's not that Tate and Scott are not great players, but Sherman is our best running back. And it's the playoffs, so we need him in the game more. Okay, looks like we've gained a lot of recruits over the last week. Russell and Wallace. We're still ahead of our last 3 targets. Should get all 3 of those easily. Okay, big matchup here. Let's see what happens. We're going into halftime. Southern Miss up by 18. Very good so far. To the fourth quarter, still up 18, but Fresno State's driving with the football. Okay, we're up 51-36. Should be a good game. 56-38 victory in first round. French 380 yards and 4 touchdowns. Sherman 18 carries for 100. Tate 13 carries for 100. Scott doesn't get the ball too much, but these 2 guys carry the load with 4 rushing touchdowns. Westbrook has a great game. So does Daniels and Manning with 82 yards and 2 touchdowns. No field goal attempts, but 8 for 8 on extra points. So an excellent game by the Southern Miss offense, and we're moving on to round 2. Okay, we gained 2 more recruits. Not bad. French sets the pass yards by attempt Southern Miss single game record. Nice. We should really have like only 1 guy left. Let's see. Yep, and we're definitely ahead. We'll go ahead and give him our best pitch. Looks like it'll be ace from the defensive coordinator. We're playing Stanford, who does have better talent than us. One of the best running teams in the game. It's going to be a very tough game for us. Okay, I forgot to put Avery back at starting safety. Let's do that. Actually, we got to take off the pinching of the major injuries. Set that. One more time, make sure there's nothing. Oh, Manning, we need to move. We'll move him to our 4th receiver. Actually, we'll put Houston in front of him too. Check the depth chart one more time. Okay. We'll see what happens. They still have us a favor to win by 5. This is going to be a very tough game for us. They do have better talent. I doubt we played before. We haven't. All right. To halftime. We're up by 14. That is surprising. Can we hold it? Fourth quarter. Still up by 14. 5 minutes left. We're up 13. We do need to stop them here, though. Let's see what happens. We do. Intercepted. Pickney at the 1 yard line. That is huge. Okay, let's make sure we don't get a safety here. Sherman barely gets away from the end zone, 1 yard. But then a first down run. That might be game. 80-yard pass. Great pass to Westbrook. They tackle him right before he scores. But that doesn't matter. We're going to run out the clock. Southern Miss, major victory against Stanford, 26-13 in the quarterfinals. Uh, Sherman gets over 100 yards rushing. French, 396 and a touchdown. That 80-yard play puts Westbrook over 100. Nice. Daniels got 100. The only receiving touchdown was McCoy, his 2 catches for 20 yards. Only a 72 rated player, too. Nice. Houston, he does fumble the football. Defense was 4 sacks, forced fumble, interception. Great game. Watkins is 4 for 4 on field goals. Major, major stuff right there. And we're moving on. I'll be honest, did not see us beating Stanford. They had superior talent. We probably had them on the coaching edge. Avery is fully recovered. We get our last recruit. Probably the best week in Southern Miss history right there. But now in the semifinals, we have Georgia. Ooh. And they're 89-88 team. They are superior to us in talent. That is just going to be a very tough game for us. Coaching wise, they're 12 play calling efficiency. Defense, looks like I guess they're an 11. So we do have the coaching edge on them, but they definitely have us beat on talent. They're a balanced team. We're just going to try to stop them from passing. Okay, not bad. All right, so we got a big game coming up against Georgia. This is for the season right here. Okay, we're going into halftime, down 7. Can we fight back? The fourth quarter, we're down 17. It's not looking good. To 5 minutes left. Still down 17. We do have the football, though. We cannot score. We get all the way down there to the 3 yard line, but not enough to get into the end zone. Georgia should run out the clock. They almost do. We get the ball, one last play. Incomplete pass. French still has a great game. 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. We are not able to run the ball against a great Georgia defense. 2.56 yards a carry. Their guys have a great game. So an awesome season for Southern Miss. Cannot be disappointed. It's hard to expect to be able to beat a team as good as Georgia. I mean, our kicker did miss 2 field goals. That doesn't help. But making it all the way to the semifinals is a great accomplishment for this team. So, the perfect season's over. Southern Miss takes the tough loss. Let's see who Georgia has to play for the championship. They have Notre Dame. Michigan end up getting upset by Florida State in the quarterfinals. Everything else looks pretty normal. Okay, let's see who's going to be the national champions. Okay, Notre Dame wins the national championship. We'll see how that final game was. So it looks pretty consistent. Georgia did have the lead at halftime, but Notre Dame was able to pull ahead. We'll see how it happened. So they scored, looks like 5 minutes and 30 seconds left. Uh, Georgia misses a tough field goal right there, and then they end up throwing a turnover interception. So Notre Dame national champions for 2028. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this series. We've definitely rebuilt Southern Miss to a really good team. I'm gonna debate if I need to end the series here or not, or just keep on going, maybe till we can actually win a national championship. But I really appreciate everyone watching, and everyone have a great day. Thanks, guys.